Welcome everybody, Dirk here. I'm going to present on content marketing for brand curiosity. So hopefully you guys are ready and let's dive in. What can you guys expect from my presentation? We'll define what content marketing is, why it's important today, and how to do it. Oh, that's me. Hello guys. I got a little appetizer slash teaser for you guys, which is actually one of the foundations of content marketing. So I'm assuming what initially caught your attention was my face, my fabulous face. Okay, it's time to cringe or press the close window. Hopefully not though. But had my face not been there, perhaps you would have easily seen the director's cut saying awesome content, which is what I'm really trying to present on, right? But if you immediately saw awesome content, then that's great. But what am I trying to say? Content marketing is about what catches your audience's attention and for how long can they mentally stick with it. So I'll elaborate more on this as we progress. So first things first, let's define what content marketing is. As the chapter says, it is the marketing approach that involves creating, distributing, and amplifying content that is what? In red font and in bold, interesting, relevant, and useful to who? A clearly defined audience group in order to what? Create stories or conversations about the content. And I've got a very popular commercial ad here. As we all know, hashtag Kwentong Jollibee presents every Valentine's Day. It's to viewers. It's commercial or mini movie on various love stories, and one of the most popular one is here, entitled Choice. So basically, it's a story of these three lovers, wherein the girl here has not moved on from her first love, who has passed away, and there is this new guy here who is winning her heart. And why, to me, is it an effective content marketing strategy? Going back to the definition, it is interesting. Why? We Filipinos love and are big fans of deep romantic movies that have big life lessons and interesting plot twists in it and whatnot. So we love to be in this roller coaster of emotions whenever we watch these films, right? And it is relevant. Again, this is being displayed every Valentine's Day for people who love Valentine's, people who love. It's useful, yes. And again, the audience is clearly defined. Us Filipinos, who again love. And it creates, a story, a conversation through this mini film, which really touches our hearts. So why is it important today? Let me go back to how it was in traditional marketing and how it is today. So before, marketers would hop into their landlines and call like thousands and thousands of random numbers, trying to market, sell their product, their service, their brand to anonymous people, and hopefully hoping they would get what, 10, 20, or whatever small percentage callbacks from them, people wanting to buy their whatever they're trying to sell. It's a big gamble, it's a big risk. You don't know how many will call you back. It might even be zero, it might be 100, you might be lucky one day. It's time consuming, it takes a lot of effort, and you can't really measure it, right? Same thing with TV commercial ads. We Filipinos, again, we are deeply watching our teleseries, and the moment we get cut off from this, from very long commercials, we get annoyed, irritated, and we're like, oh man, commercial again. And yeah, purposely we don't intend to, watch these commercials because we just want to get back to watching our teleseries and whatnot. Okay? And how it is today? How is it? How is it today? Nowadays, we would, whenever we would purchase something, product or service, we would normally ask family, friends for honest opinions. If they've tried this product, this service, we would go into forums, community, Facebook groups, etc., and ask people for their, honest reviews, product reviews. And when we get their nod or when we get their approval, that's where we build trust into buying whatever we're planning to buy, product or service. So in two words, connectivity and community. That is the whole concept of today's uh, content marketing. And social media has been the biggest tool to enable that. Okay. Again, before, we would just consume content like through our teleseries because we want to watch their teleserie. And now with social media, we also would want to open up social media because we feel that FOMO. We feel that we're missing out. We want to get updated with the latest news, latest trends, latest happenings with our friends, Instagram, stories, etc., etc. Right? But yet it is inevitable to have advertisements there. But if there's one key difference from traditional marketing is that we have the power now to easily skip all these, quote unquote, irritating or annoying advertisements that we are not even interested in. Compared to before, where we really have to wait them out and just wait to get back to our teleseries. Now we have the ability to just scroll further down and we won't be able to see these advertisements, or we would have to wait for 5 seconds and be able to skip it. So, yeah, in today's social media world, we are choosing to consume content. And how is content marketing important? Again, going back to my teaser earlier, it's how marketers today try to get people to easily catch their content, catch people's attention, and have them stick with it for 5 seconds and hopefully more, and be able to consume their content. Okay, so in today's world, content is the new ad, hashtag is the new tagline. And how do we do it? So we have 8 steps, and this is a macro overview. And we'll go over them one by one. Step 1, of course, whatever you're trying to create, you have to define your goals clearly. And there are 2. One is sales-oriented, the other is brand-oriented. So if you're sales-oriented, you would normally see these advertisements in the end having this add to cart logo, or telling you to go to their website to shop, giving you discount codes, coupon codes to use so you would get discounts, or declaring that they have a sale going on, the sale coming up. Yeah, basically they just really want to ultimately get you to purchase what they're trying to market. But for brand-oriented ones, and before I go into this Colgate example, just using the Jollibee example earlier, if you guys can remember that whole mini movie Choice, there wasn't even a single advertisement of Jollibee saying that they have a new Yum Burger, new French fries, whatever, new food. And all our attention is in the story that the actors are playing, right? And Jollibee is just in the background, in the setting. We might have not even noticed the French fries or the spaghetti that they were eating. Okay? And for this Colgate example, or more importantly, in brand-oriented goals, content is always consistent with the brand's character. Okay? So for this Colgate example here, the Oral Care Center content helps build Colgate's brand association as the oral expert. So they want to be branded as the oral expert. And in India, Colgate's Oral Care Center app helps connect dentists to prospective patients. So that's what they want to brand. They are the oral care expert. And that doesn't have anything to do with, come on, buy us because we're good. I just want to be branded as the expert. And it's up to you if you want to buy or not. Step 2, audience mapping. There are four types: geographic, demographic, psychographic, and behavioral. But behavioral being the ultimate parameter. And I've got an example for you. So Airbnb produces this localist PDF booklet to its customers. So Airbnb focuses on travelers who want to experience their destinations as locals who actually live there. And yes, so this localist PDF booklet that Airbnb produces is recommendations from locals in Omaha. This is a place in the States, recommending to customers or Airbnb guests who want to live like locals, recommending to them what places or destinations and what food, drinks that they would consume there being a local. So if we try to open this booklet, we'll see this. And if we try to zoom in more, we'll see this. Again, these are all recommendations from locals in Omaha to people wanting to live like locals. So we've got best outdoors destination, best for dinner, best for nights out. Okay. Step 3, content idea and planning. So this is a combination of relevant themes, suitable formats, and solid narratives. Again, you want to clearly define who you're presenting your content to. You want to create that story narrative and be able to connect with them. Make sure that it's relevant, of course. And decide on which format or medium you'd want to display your content. Okay? Step 4 is the actual content creation itself. And content creation has no start nor end dates. It is a continuous process that requires consistency, which is what transforms average into excellence. Hence, this is the most important step, creating the content itself. Okay? Step 5, content distribution. There are 3 major channels. One is owned. Of course, you've created your content. Where do you display it? If you have your own website, go ahead. Yes, it's free. You can also get more traction by subscribing to Google ads, paid ads, YouTube ads, Facebook ads. And the ultimate channel that you want to aspire to be in is the earned channel, which is people advocating, talking about, liking, and sharing your product or your service or your brand. Again, this is what the whole digital universe today is about. Again, community connectivity, people wanting trust, people getting approval from others. And this is where you really want to get your ultimately, this is where you want to get organic sales. Okay? Step 6, content amplification. So, of course, you've displayed your ads, people are seeing it, but not everyone is alike, obviously. And you'd want to get people to see it that can potentially make your content go viral. Again, people advocating it, going to that earned channel back in step 5. So you want to identify who are the potential influencers from the people viewing or being aware of your content. Okay, you can establish win-win relationships between these influencers so that you can potentially expand the reach of your content to people who are likely to convert those views into actual purchases, right? And at the same time, you'd want to also help out these influencers by increasing their followers and whatnot. And conversations matter, so you'd want to always dive into when people are talking about your product and your brand, and just really converse with them and thank them and whatnot. And if you want to look for an influencer, you can always find this guy. Step 7, content marketing evaluation. There are 5 metrics. First is visibility or awareness. Okay? So in this example, we have Lazada here. And when you type in food in the search bar, you get about 2 million plus results. And hands off to Pure Foods corned beef because they are the first product that you will ever see from this 2 million search results. And the last thing you want again is to be on the 2 million plus page where I would probably guarantee nobody is clicking, nobody's even viewing it. That person, those products in that page are not getting a single sale at all. So, yeah, you'd want to make sure that people are aware or people see what you're trying to present. Second, relatability or appeal. So let's stick with the Pure Foods example. And at some point, Pure Foods did this ad saying, "Keep calm and have a Pure Foods corned beef snack." So we all know in the Philippines, the memes of keep calm and blah blah blah, trended. And Pure Foods did a great job trying to tap on that trend through their ad. Number three, searchability asking. So let's go back to the Lazada platform again. And here, you're just typing pure, and with Lazada's algorithm, it auto suggests through its drop down filter Pure Foods corned beef. So if you're like a potential customer who wants to buy what, perhaps pure gold, I don't know, supplies or not even food related, and by Lazada's algorithm, it already suggests to you Pure Foods corned beef. So you're like, oh, I wasn't even planning to buy Pure Foods corned beef, but this is actually like a good reminder for me. Maybe I should get one. And that is where you become effective because when you tap into this metric, searchability, people are trying to search, trying to get answers, and these web browsers, these platforms are giving answers to these people that connects to your product. That is amazing, and you'd want to really utilize that. So hands off again to Pure Foods for their SEO team, maybe really utilizing their Lazada's algorithm. Fourth, actionability action. So again, it's one thing to be on the first page and get all the millions and millions of eyeballs traction, people being aware of your product, but it's another thing to be able to convert those views to real clicks and real purchases. So in technical terms, this is what we call the click-through ratio. Okay? And last thing, again, shareability, advocacy. Ultimately, again, this is where you get your organic sales when people are talking about, liking, and sharing your product. People giving trust to other people so that they would feel more confident into wanting to consume your content and hopefully ultimately purchasing your product. Last step, content marketing improvement. And in content marketing, it really takes some time to impact. Again, as the fourth step has said, the most important step, consistency. You have to be consistent. You cannot just create one content now and without creating succeeding ones in the future and expecting something in return. You have to be persistent and consistent. You always have to catch people's attention, giving them relevant, interesting content that would really make their mind stick with it. Okay? Persistence is what makes the impossible possible, the possible likely, and the likely definite. Same quote as earlier. So a summary, again, content is the new ad, hashtag is the new tagline in our digital universe today. How to do it, we've got the 8 steps here. Thank you so much. Have a great day.